Coming up next, the Sport Report. We cover all of the news and the results from the night before in the sports world. Become an expert on sports in under 15 minutes. Today, Chandler with Sports covers the MLB games and the NHL contests, as well as some soccer from yesterday.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler, and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
And I'm Chandler, and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Welcome to a special edition of this all-crazy sports newscast.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports, and this is the Sport Report.
Chandler with Sports is how he wants to go. With is his middle name, Sports his last name.
I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes, so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports. With that in mind, here we go. Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Sunday, October 20th, 2019. Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports, and this is the Sport Report. Before we jump into the results from yesterday, let's catch up on the top story of the night. This is top of the order.
Auburn's gonna win the football game! He ran the missed field goal back! He ran it back 109 yards! They're not gonna keep him off the field tonight! Holy cow! Auburn wins! Auburn has won the Iron Bowl!
I don't believe what I just saw!
This is top of the order.
Our top story comes from Houston, where the Houston Astros walked off against the New York Yankees 6-4 to win the ALCS 4-2. The Astros are the first team in MLB postseason history to walk off twice in the same series. They did it in Game 2 thanks to Carlos Correa's walk-off home run in the bottom half of the 11th inning. This time it was Jose Altuve in the bottom half of the 9th after the Yankees had scored 2 runs in the top half of the 9th thanks to a 2-run DJ LeMahieu home run. In the home half of the 9th, Altuve came to the plate, and even though we spoiled it, we still want to play the soundbite from Joe Buck.
Has just sent the Astros to the World Series!
That from Joe Buck and company at Fox Sports. The Astros will play the Nationals in the World Series beginning on Tuesday. We will have full team coverage of the World Series starting then. In addition to Major League Baseball, there is hockey and some football. So let's get to the soccer world.
Ibrahimovic, it's lovely from Zlatan, it's fantastic! Oh, he's still got it, rolling back the years! Remember the name, Wayne Rooney! Time to run, Antonel's out, Rooney, oh, it's under that!
This is Off the Post, where we cover all of the news and results from the European big leagues and Major League Soccer.
We'll start in Germany, where Augsburg and Bayern Munich drew 2-2, Leipzig and Wolfsburg 1-1, and Borussia Dortmund 1, Borussia Mönchengladbach 0. In Italy, Lazio 3, Atalanta 3, Juventus 2, Bologna 1. Napoli 2, Hellas Verona 0. In Spain, Barcelona get 3 goals from MSG, Messi, Suarez, and Griezmann. First time all 3 of them have scored in the same match. Barcelona 3, Eibar 0. Mallorca 1, Real Madrid 0. Mallorca finally defeat Real Madrid for the first time in 10 years. In the English Premier League, Everton 2, West Ham United 0. Bournemouth 0, Norwich 0. Both of these teams had not kept a clean sheet all season. Now they do. Aston Villa 2, Brighton of Albion 1. Chelsea 1, Newcastle 0. Leicester City 2, Burnley 1. Tottenham Hotspur scored a late goal thanks to VAR, and even though VAR said it was no goal, it was a goal thanks to Dele Alli 3 minutes from time. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Watford 1. Wolves 1, Southampton 1. Crystal Palace 0, Manchester City 2. In college football, a couple of notable results. Wisconsin falls to Illinois on a last-second field goal, 24-23. The Badgers suffer a loss to a non-ranked team as a top 10 team for the second consecutive season. Penn State defeats Michigan at the goal line in Happy Valley on a whiteout night, 28-21 from State College. Oregon survives a thriller 35-31 over Washington after trailing by 2 touchdowns. Baylor scored 3 unanswered touchdowns in the fourth quarter against Oklahoma State. They pull off the 18-point victory, 45-27. The Bears are 7-0 this season. Texas gets a late field goal to take down Kansas. Usually these guys are not big football rivals. Kansas is a great basketball school, but Texas wins by 2 in football, and that's a big surprise to a lot of Vegas bettors and experts, as Texas was a 21-point favorite, 50-48 at the end. Tua Tagovailoa has a high ankle sprain for Alabama, but that didn't stop the Crimson Tide from rolling 35-13 over Tennessee. Finally, in Provo, Utah, BYU 28, 14th ranked Boise State 25. BYU went for it on 4th down late in the game and got the 4th down conversion to stop the Boise State comeback. Now to the National Hockey League.
The NHL regular season schedule includes 11 games.
New Jersey Devils 1, Vancouver Canucks 0. Jack Hughes, the number 1 overall pick in the NHL draft this past season, scores his first career goal, the lone goal for the Devils. Montreal Canadiens 5, St. Louis Blues 2. Arizona Coyotes 5, Ottawa Senators 2. In overtime, Toronto Maple Leafs 4, Boston Bruins 3. Colorado Avalanche 6, Tampa Bay Lightning 2. Dallas Stars 4, Philadelphia Flyers 1. Vegas Golden Knights 3, Pittsburgh Penguins 0. In overtime, New York Islanders 3, Columbus Blue Jackets 2. In a shootout, Florida Panthers 3, Nashville Predators 2. LA Kings 4, Calgary Flames 1. And finally, Buffalo Sabres 4, San Jose Sharks 3. Now an update for the Sport Report. We said we'd be coming back on the 21st of October on a regular basis. We know we've been away for quite a while. Well, with the update of macOS X Catalina, it turns out that's not possible. There are some restrictions from a licensing agreement with the current recording software we have. Therefore, we have an unforeseeable timetable, in all honesty, coming up. We don't know when we'll return on a regular basis. We do know that we will have fresh updates for the Sport Report on special editions for the World Series. But aside from that, we don't have a definitive timetable, but when we do, we will update you on sportreportcws.com. Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back with the latest in the sports world very, very soon, including the World Series, which begins on Tuesday. Thanks, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
That's the Sport Report for Sunday, October 20th, 2019.
For now, I'm Chandler.
Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest in sports. In the words of Joe Buck, who is a commentator for Fox Sports,
We will see you tomorrow night.
so let it be written, so let it be done. See you next time on The Sport Report.
Do you want to contact Chandler with sports, have thoughts on sports, or questions about advertising on the Sport Report? Find us on Twitter or Instagram at SportReportCWS for either social media site.
This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Chandler with Sports is strictly prohibited.